Okay, so we're going to do another episode of Batman the Animated Series, and this one should be pretty poison. Hopefully, it has it queued up right. And went all the way back to the beginning. Went all the way to that. I'm not ready to watch the credits yet. I want to talk a little bit first. Jeez, she's in such a hurry. So this is the first one that will feature Poison Ivy, and you'll notice as you watch these is that they try to add a lot of layers to these villains and even make them a little bit sympathetic. And with Poison Ivy, I think she's more of a pure villain than either Mr. Freeze or Clayface was. Whereas, like, both of them were kind of victims of various characters. But, and you'll see this more as the show goes along. But Poison Ivy, uh, while her motivations might be good in terms of helping the environment and whatnot, her her methods are definitely not. So we're gonna go ahead and start this episode. This is also another early appearance of Harvey Dent before he becomes Two-Face. So I really like the episodes where we get to see a little bit of Harvey before his downfall. That's always fun. So let's go ahead and start it off. So there goes Batman. I guess they just wanted to show that little bit of the Batcave, so that way they could establish that. Otherwise, they could have had Batman around patrolling or something like that. I wonder if Batman knew the cops were on the way, like if he knew they were in the area, or if he contacted them somehow. So this is another one Tom Ruger worked on. Paul Dini gets a story credit. And then we see this mysterious hand gardening. But of course, I had seen the promo for the next episode, so I knew who that hand belonged to.
It is with great civic pride that we gather today to break ground on the Gotham Penitentiary.
Now we can see that it's a woman, or at least somebody with long hair. A petite person with long hair. Probably a woman. I believe in Harvey Dent.
This field of weeds and wildflowers will build a new institution to build a better, safer Gotham.
So the idea of Bruce Wayne and Harvey Dent being friends is a relatively new one. Like, he worked with Batman, but the idea that Harvey and Batman being friends would have come, I believe, from the screenplay of the 1989 Batman. I think that Bruce and Harvey were friends in that, but that didn't actually make it to the movie. It was kind of cut out. And a better, safer Gotham's. I love it when the title cards get sarcastic. The design of the prison is pretty cool. It's almost like a knife. Mo Howard is escaping from prison. Get out of here, you knucklehead!
This is good. What? We got prison break by air. The chopper's heading this way.
Don't forget your donut. He goes back for it. Choppers are faster than blimps. I like to think that the blimps were made possible by a grant from the Wayne Foundation. That Bruce Wayne just likes blimps. He thinks they're neat. Turbulence is about to kick your ass. Gotham City just looks so cool on this show. They did a good job of carrying through with the feel of what Anton first came up with the 1989 Batman movie. But there's Pamela Isley.
Bruce.
But they made the city look unique. Like it's its own style of Gotham City, but it does have that same sort of feel to it, where it's that sort of like dark, gothic kind of urban deco, very Art Deco, very gothic, very dark. I think that the animated series version leans more towards the deco side of it. And it's not quite as industrial as Anton First Gotham City, but it's consistent. Oh, he kicked somebody. That might be two things. You don't know about Batman, and you don't know about Big Bad Harv. Well, she's seen Batman. She knows Batman exists. Alfred is always on it. I'm not even huge on seafood, but if Alfred tells me to try the trout almondine, I'm gonna try the trout almondine. Sam looks good in red. They say that redheads shouldn't dress in red, but I think that's absurd. She's proving I'm right. Uh-oh. Make sure you get in there nice and deep black.
Oh, yeah. Good. Nice meeting. Same here.
He stood to leave like a gentleman. She's literally turning heads.
So, does she have a sister? Nope. Ham's one of a kind. That's why I asked.
Until she starts cloning herself.
What? Yep. It's the page one headline. Is he warning you? You're still flushed from that last fifth. Hard. Just met her last week. And I already know she's doing. Marriage is a major step on. Don't you think you're rushing it? No way. The moment I laid eyes on Karen, make my face. Hardly lost her mind. Knock it off. Hard. Harvey. Hang on. Hang on.
As a nice little pull in on the rose there. Why does the Gotham City Hospital have the lettering in the 90s Spider-Man logo font?
I'm moving into OR ICU number 3 stack.
Do we have a pulse? We need a pulse here.
Get the EPG and moving into the OR ICU.
That's some particularly good animation there, that hallway shot.
This is What?
How many times you could do that in this episode? Don't forget your donuts. Didn't we just watch this scene? Meanwhile, at Spider-Man General Hospital.
So, what's the story, Doctor? Heart attack? Oh, Commissioner, Mr. Dent has been poisoned.
Pretty poisoned.
Sakes. Bubba, get down to that restaurant. What's it called, mate? The Rose Cafe. The Rose Cafe. And find out who did it. With pleasure. I want police guards on duty here around the clock.
Yes, sir.
They're going to have a callback to Harvey dating Pamela once we get to the episode Almost Got Him, which is one of my favorites.
I doubt it. This is the most virulent strain of poison I've ever come across. We're doing everything we can, Mr. Wayne. Is Harvey going to make it? Poison is racing through his system. He's going to make it. We need to find the antidote, and fast.
Batman just kind of doing sneaky things because he has to work outside the system. It's one of the things I like about these early episodes.
You know, talk.
I just cleaned the dishes.
We've isolated the toxic.
Batman's already figured out what this is. While they've been pointlessly questioning the restaurant staff.
I'm afraid it's why? Because the wild goldfish has been extinct in every time. Which means I'm afraid there's no end.
So it's kind of like I say, it's kind of almost. I'm not gonna say she's justified. Spider-Man logo is weirding me out. I'm not gonna say she's justified in wanting to kill people over it, but I can understand her being mad about it. It makes sense she'd be mad about it.
How is it?
I'm not sure.
I want to see him. Sorry, ma'am. No visitors. Commissioner Gordon's orders.
You should try to get some sleep. Come on. I'll walk in your car.
Promise to call me if there's any change.
I will. You get some.
Obviously. Good night.
He's putting the pieces together. She tried to kiss him, but he avoided it.
Alfred, dig up anything and
Dig, plants.
What do you have, Alfred? Well said. This ice is research for Chez Gerard.
Chez Gerard. Whatever will be, will be.
This idea is PhD in author. Unfair election become endangered extinct plant species. I think he's engaged off.
Womp womp. We won't even bother drawing the Batmobile heading there. It's just there. Love the way Batman's cape flared out there when he ran across that rooftop. This is why I think Batman works better when he's a character that somebody's drawing rather than, an actor in a suit. And I like a lot of the live action versions of Batman, don't get me wrong, but they can't compete with comics and animation as far as like the visual depiction of Batman. Kind of part of her gimmick is that she likes plants more than she likes people. And you can see she's wearing the same outfit that she was wearing at the island before they built the prison there. Allow me to slip into something more comfortable. She's not particularly surprised to see Batman arrive. Now that I think about it. That's probably why she's going to change into her supervillain outfit. She knows at some point he's going to wind up sniffing around. Feed me, Seymour! Sorry, I couldn't resist.
What is my secret trick?
Not wearing the tights on that shot. I think that's just an animation error, though. She'll be wearing them in a little bit, I think. This was before, like, they were using digital stuff. Yep, there's the tights now.
Oh, poor district attorney. I hear he's not expected to win. Oh, it's so sad. Oh, please. Poison ivy. You see, Harvey had to pay for his crime.
So, like, poisoning a guy with, poison lipstick is not exactly like a supervillain kind of crime. Like, that could have been something that could have happened on, like, an episode of, like, Murder, She Wrote or something. But this is Gotham City, so she's got to, like, come up with some kind of crazy outfit and crazy name.
So his fate was sealed. Yes. And now, so is
I could think of worse ways to go.
Afraid I have Kool-Aid? Oh, now you're going to hurt my feelings. Too bad. I was going to share the antidote with you.
We'll find out in later episodes that she doesn't actually need an antidote, but That has not been established yet.
Rose from the dead.
But they have to have an antidote because, they don't want to kill Batman. Although I suppose if they had wanted to establish that she had that resistance to poison, they could have had Batman whip up an antidote real quick before he left. And just he can't reach his belt yet for whatever reason. That could have been the thing that could have kept us in suspense. I'm just talking from hindsight here. You just shot your own plant. But how do you kill a plant like that, though? It might have hurt the plant, but it's not like it has, like, internal organs or a brain. So I have to say, so far, this is not the best episode as far as, like, story goes. And it might be the weakest as far as story goes of the episodes that we've seen so far. Might be. But this one kind of like, it's one of those where I don't really think the point was to tell a story so much as to introduce this character. And I think it does do a good job of introducing the character of Poison Ivy and establishing her modus operandi and her motives and everything like that. So I do think it was a good job. Does a good job in all those things. That's a great shot.
Enjoy extinction, Batman.
I'm not going home.
It's a pretty good character piece, especially considering how she's not actually on screen all that long. Since it's supposed to be a mystery. But again, she cares for plants more than people, so. But I mean, honestly, if that's the last sample of that plant in the world, it's kind of understandable. She wants to keep it from going extinct. It's not like you just grab some random flower.
You pass out into your chocolate mousse. But you're fine. No, not your engagement. We're good friends, right? I have to be honest, don't I? Okay. I think Pam is wonderful.
And then, ironically enough, she's locked up in that prison. But it's the wrong place for her because she's obviously insane. Later on, she'll be locked up in Arkham, and that's really more the sort of place for her. There's something kind of cute about the way she looks in coveralls. I don't know what it is. Like, she's got that petite yet curvy sort of form, and it just works, I think. So let's go ahead and wind it back a little bit because I want to look at the ending credits. Hopefully it won't be acting up this time like it was with the Joker's favor. I learned when I was recording these off of TV when I was a kid to pause it at just the right spot to catch these ending credits. And what you want to do is Shirley Walker's name will come up, then Andrea Romano, and as soon as Andrea Romano's name comes up, press that pause button, and it should pause right on the card with all of our voice cast. So we got Lloyd Bachner as Mayor Hill, Kevin Conroy as Batman. I'm guessing they're going by alphabetical order, which is why the mayor, who doesn't even, I think he's got like just a couple of lines in this episode, got billed above freaking Batman. Robert Costanzo as Detective Bullock, Bob Hastings as Commissioner Gordon, Richard Mall as Harvey Dent, Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. as Alfred, Diane Pershing as Poison Ivy. That's the first time we've seen her. Ingrid Oliu as Montoya, and Melissa Manchester as Neil Ross. That's got to be that's got to be a typo, but as in there. It must just mean Melissa Manchester and Neil Ross. Neil Ross is familiar to kids who grew up with the original G.I. Joe cartoon. He did some voices on that, most notably Shipwreck. And if you watch the '90s Spider-Man cartoon, he played the character of Norman Osborn / the Green Goblin. So overall, I think that was a pretty good episode. I certainly enjoyed watching it again. But like I said, I don't think in terms of story, it's one of the best episodes because it's a fairly simple story. But like I said, I kind of don't feel like the point of this one was so much to tell a story as to introduce a character and to tell us more about these characters, particularly to set up Poison Ivy for future appearances. So, like I said, it's kind of funny how you could have the same plot in any kind of TV show where there's a mystery where the detective has to figure out, oh, he wasn't poisoned by the food, he was poisoned by the kiss. She had poisoned herself with lipstick and then had to take the antidote later. Yeah, it's the sort of thing you might see on a detective show around that time. But like I said, since it's Gotham City, she's got to dress up in a crazy outfit and call herself a supervillain name and all that kind of stuff. So she was. It wasn't just the sort of thing where she was going to kill everybody associated with this penitentiary and then move on with her life. No, she was committed to the life, man. She was going to be a supervillain straight up. So that's pretty much it for this one. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe and all the fun YouTube stuff down below. I'm about to have myself some lunch, and I know I talked about I might do an action figure unboxing when I was doing this stream yesterday, but I just wound up falling asleep and never got around to it. But hopefully I should have something up today. If not today, I will definitely do one tomorrow. Anyway, we will talk to you next time. Bye.